Train the muscles, not the joints.
Welcome back to Natural Land Bodybuilding, and let's talk about trap training, specifically shrugs. Oh, there you are. There you are. Okay, I just have one question. I've been searching all around here, looking for somebody to talk to, but I just want to ask you one question. How does one perform a barbell shrug? I don't know. I just had a dude in the comments who comments all the time. Was it "Don't read my name"? Was it you? I think it was you. I think his name was "Don't read my name," but I read his name. So basically what this commenter said is that when he does shrugs, he doesn't feel anything specifically in his traps and he's not getting any development. So what I'm going to say is that there are a certain percentage of people that shrugs do not seem to work that great for, and I am one of them. Not to say that I've never done shrugs and I don't experience something from them, right? Because just by using super heavy weight on the whole system, I do believe there is a benefit for that for natural bodybuilders, right? Because just holding onto that heavy weight, there are certain muscles that are stabilizing the shoulder joints. You are getting that isometric stretch on the traps and stuff. There is something to that that is very effective for muscle growth. But ideally, do you have to do that sort of movement in order to get the ideal trap development? And I would say no. I have found that there are certain people that tend to get more trap development from the rotation forward of the shoulders and the stretch and then returning it back, right? So that means it's not necessarily a shrug where these guys are trying to basically bring their shoulders back. It's more like a bent over row or a bent over lateral raise. They seem to get more results in their traps from that. And even upright rows or face pulls. Upright rows, rotate the shoulders this way, and then as you pull up, the shoulders rotate back. And even if you're using light weight, you will notice there's a massive amount of stimulus on the trap. At least some people will. So if you're not getting results from barbell shrugs or you're just feeling nothing but neck strain, it's a good idea for you to start doing external rotator cuff bent over laterals, along with bent over rows or upright row type movements. And don't feel bad if you're not doing the shrugs, because most of my bodybuilding career, I did more bent over row movements and bent over lateral movements in order to hit my traps. And I found that my traps developed very well. So on stage, my traps were never the weak link, you know? So this is something to take into account. And this boils down to individual constitution. Like I said, some people find certain movements really stimulate certain muscles more than others. And other people will find different movements will do the same thing for them. So you have to basically find out where your body fits in this whole paradigm. And just because you see a bunch of guys on the internet doing heavy shrugs, that doesn't mean that's probably the best movement for you. Maybe you need to change it slightly. Maybe you need to bend over more when you do a shrug. Maybe you need to do something different or a variation of the movement in order to really stimulate that muscle. And that's what separates the elite natural bodybuilders from the people who just get kind of like average results in a lot of cases, right? It's the people who think about how to fit their own individual constitution into a specific movement and blend the two together somehow and find the way to get the best possible results. So yeah, don't feel bad if shrugs aren't working for you, because I was one of those people too. Like I found like I was doing dumbbell shrugs and stuff, and I'd feel a little bit the first couple times I do it because I just was unfamiliar with the movement. But the longer I did it for, it felt like I just wasn't getting the stimulation that I wanted. So I ended up dropping shrugs altogether for a long time and just doing heavier bent over rows and heavier bent over type of movements when it came down to lateral raises and external rotator cuff exercises. And I found that really got my traps really well. So yeah, don't be afraid to experiment with face pulls, upright rows, lateral raises, bent over lateral raises. These things will also hit the traps quite well. And I think that you can become mountainous that way as well. Mountain. And yeah, shoulder presses and stuff are great too. Okay? In case you guys thought I forgot that, I didn't forget it. So I hope this helps out in your training. Thanks a lot for watching. Make sure you get pumpy and lumpy. And if you need to get home, just go to naturallandbodybuilding.com. And thanks to the Patreon supporters, and take care for now.